All right, music fans, welcome back. Harmless Dave here, talking real music in real time for real people just like you right there, just like me right here. So, Mick Fleetwood basically telling the world prior to the Grammys that Fleetwood Mac is done. No more Fleetwood Mac. That's kind of sad, although the door remains open, and here's why. This is what Mick Fleetwood said. I think right now, I truly think the line in the sand has been drawn with the loss of Chris. I'd say we're done, but we've also said that before. It's sort of unthinkable right now. Okay, so you never know. You never know. But it appears that they're done. They should be done, but they might not be done. That is really the message here. According to Fleetwood, the band's other members remain busy with their own respective touring and performing commitments. He says, well, they all get out and play, so I'm going to be doing the same thing, finding people to play with. And that's what the drummer said. Fleetwood Mac's last show took place on November 20th, 2019 at Oracle Park in San Francisco. The concert was a fundraiser for Pfizer. No, I'm sorry, not Pfizer. The US or the UCSF Benioff Children's Hospitals, or Pfizer, and was held in conjunction with Salesforce's annual Dreamforce event. The reason I mentioned Pfizer, last night's Grammy Awards are being brought to you by Pfizer. And there was this really well done intro to the Grammys last night. I didn't watch it. Someone sent me a link. You can go watch the video that Mark Dice did about this. He's a really interesting YouTuber, Mark Dice, if you haven't watched any of his stuff. It's a guilty pleasure. I don't always agree with Mark, but man, oh man, he puts out some really great content. So he documented the beginning of the Grammys, and holy crap, Batman, the gods have returned. They're here. I mean, talk about satanic. Now, you might be thinking, hey, Dave, didn't you grow up during oh, by the way, speaking of satanic stuff, Ozzy Osbourne, he won 2 Grammys. Thank goodness for patient number 19. I'm patient number 20, by the way. No, good for him. Good for him. That's their departing gift to Ozzy as he exits the scene. But his album is really good. And it's funny that he beats out all of these younger whippersnappers who, been trying to be like Ozzy for a long time. They just can't do it. They can't top the King of Darkness, or whatever he's called. Oh, I'm sorry, the Prince of Darkness. See, with Ozzy, all of this satanic stuff, it's bad, but it was kind of like a shtick, kind of like a routine. And most of us could kind of, navigate that and think to ourselves, do we really want to worship Satan? No, I don't think we want to worship Satan, right? This Ozzy thing, it's kind of like an act, We really didn't think that Meatloaf was the actual bat out of hell, okay? There were certain things that we understood. But last night, the intro to the Grammys, which, again, right after that intro, the event was being sponsored by Pfizer, okay? Which says a lot, which really encapsulates the last 3 years here on planet Earth. Go watch that intro. And I don't care how open-minded you are. I don't care how secular, how agnostic, how anti-God believing you are. No, I'm saying anti-God, not anti-God believing. Anyway, go ahead and watch that and then get back to me and say, yeah, that was good, wholesome entertainment for the whole family. Wow, if it could be more, and I can't do it justice by describing it, so you'll have to go and watch it for yourselves, use Google, I'm sure they'll be sharing this all over the place because they're so proud of what they're doing to the world. And Beyonce becomes the most gramified person in history, and she's all in on this stuff as well. They thank some very strange people for making genres possible. I learn things all the time. Like, there are a group of people out there whose behavior, whose certain characteristics, who you wouldn't know about unless they broadcast it to the world, which is also kind of strange. Because people used to keep certain things to themselves, but now, thanks to social media and the fact that certain things are trendy and good to do, you hear about stuff that, even 20 years ago, people would just keep to themselves, and I'm thinking they should continue to do so. But in any event, so Beyonce thanks, I don't know who, you'll have to go watch it, but she thanked a certain group of people for inventing a genre. And I had no idea they had invented this genre. Me and Lovey, we were on the yacht and we were just tuned in and we were flabbergasted by this. Folks, the world is going to hell. It's literally going to hell. And I'm watching this saying, you're just an old boomer. You're a geezer. You're listening to Take It Easy. All those, what do they call them? Misogynistic Eagles songs. Casually misogynistic. That's what I read in one review. Yeah, because when I think of the Eagles, I think, misogyny. But we've drifted so far away from reality, and we're in a new paradigm, that none of this stuff makes sense to anybody over 50. We're just like, huh? What? And look, if you're over 50 and you get this stuff, God bless you. I'm thinking maybe you're on the other side. And no offense, but I'm just not willing to compromise reality in order to accommodate my fellow human beings in certain cases. There is a point where you need to be separated. I think it says be ye, or if you're just going to use regular English, please be separate from these, we'll call them crazy people. Okay, that's my translation. Anyway, folks, it appears that Fleetwood Mac is done. I knew I would go off on a tangent about the Grammys. The Grammys ain't for a Grammy, all right? If Grammy is tuned into the Grammys, you may want to grab the remote and tell her to go to bed early, because this ain't worth watching. I wouldn't inflict this on people that I don't even like, so that's how much the Grammys means to me. So there you have it, folks. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I didn't do the intro, but I have this kicking around still. Here's Johnny G, one voice, baby. That's a singer. That's a singer. That's an old geezer singer like me. Although he's probably not as old as me, but he sounds great. And he could sing for Journey. He could sing for Hardline, which he already does. And he could sing for John Bon Jovi if John wanted a replacement. You call the band like Bon Joeli instead of Bon Jovi. You call it Bon Joeli. All right. And it works. It works. People, they buy tickets. You get the whole dynamic ticket pricing thing kicking in. And I'm paying like $800 for a Johnny G ticket. And then he's inviting me up to his house in New Jersey, and we're hanging out because I'm the one who came up with the idea. So works for me, right? All right. Oh, I'm so done. Stick a fork in me.